Shanti, and good evening, and thank you so much. It's always a very beautiful experience to be with Rotary because every Rotarian is a giver in life. It's very, very important to know the purpose of our life. And that's very beautiful here because every individual who has chosen to serve people has chosen the intention to be a giver in life. And that's not very easy in these current times because it is a time where most people are seekers in their life. They want, which is fine, nothing wrong in that. But when we continue to always be a seeker in our life, I want, somewhere we forgive that the intention of my life was actually I give. It's like everything else in nature. Look at everything in nature, whether it's the sun, the tree, the water, everything is giving. Similarly, the purpose of life of every human being is to be a giver. And to be a giver means to serve. And that's why service before the self. And the whole meaning of that powerful line, service before the self, it means that my life is not about what I'm getting. My life is about what I'm giving. So it's service before the self. But in order to be able to give to the world, and giving does not mean only when I do a specific project. That's, of course, very important part of giving. But giving is the way I live my life. So while I'm in this energy of giving to the world, I need to remember that I cannot give something that I do not have. So to be able to be a giver, I need to take care that I am creating all that I want to give. Brother very beautifully shared that we have so many aspects of our life: business, family, physical health, Rotary, community service, so many aspects. And so we have to balance all these aspects. Now, if we had to create a priority list, so whether it's work, family, Rotary, or it's Rotary, family, work, or it's Rotary, work, family, how do I create the priority list for my life? It's very simple. It needs to first begin with the self. So there's 4 dimensions: self, family, work, Rotary. Self, family, work, Rotary. Self is like the seed of the tree. Just visualize this, the seed of a tree. Self, and self does not mean just the body, it's self. Self means I. Self does not mean my body. Self means I. So I is the seed. Then comes the trunk, the family of my life. And then there goes and becomes the tree which has the work, society, and my community service. This is then the tree of my life. Now, why sometimes it happens that it's not very easy for us to manage these different dimensions of life? Because we are busy nurturing the tree of our life without watering the seed of our life. We are nurturing the tree of our life without watering the seed of our life. And that's why very beautifully shared by brother that we need to first take care of ourselves. You know, each time when we are on a flight and the air hostess beautifully announces it for us, if there is a turbulence, first use the oxygen mask for the self. Can we visualize this scene that your child is sitting next to you, your spouse is sitting next to you, and the oxygen mask falls down, and you're going to first use it for yourself and not give it here? But that's how we have to live life. First, we have to use the mask for ourselves, because unless I first take care of myself, I do not have the ability to be able to take care of others. Very simply, if you want to take care of a Rotary project, if the project needs funds, then I first need money to be able to execute that project. If that project needs physical strength for me to travel, to stand there, get something done, I need to be physically healthy. Unless I'm physically healthy, I will not be able to execute that project. Unless I have money, I will not be able to execute that project. Similarly, in order to be able to serve people, I need here the power of being calm and stable, peaceful and happy, powerful, even if there is a crisis outside. The entire 2020, many of us all over the world very easily said it's natural to create fear and anxiety. COVID was a physical health issue. It's still a physical health issue. But there was a huge rise in mental health issues in the country and in the world. There was a rise even in relationship issues in the house during lockdown. So, this COVID has given us that reason to pause and to introspect and ask ourselves, what was missing? Why was I not able to handle a crisis in my life? Why did I create something here which was not the right emotion when something outside was not right? And once you get that, you are going to become those angels who are going to create another project which is about radiating emotional and mental health power to the world, because health is a very important aspect of Rotary projects. But now we need to take health, not just physical, but also mental health. It's an epidemic. That's another epidemic. It's an epidemic which is not visible. It's not visible because most don't know what's going on in their minds. WHO has put mental health as a priority. So we would also need to put mental health as a priority. So in order to take care of the mental health of people, we need to take care of the emotional health of people. And in order to take care of the emotional health of people, I only need to do one thing. I need to take care of my emotional health here. Because emotional health is one thing which we can radiate to people just by being who we are. Just by being who we are. If I'm stressed, please visualize this. If you're stressed or tensed or worried, you are carrying an aura of stress and anxiety. You're carrying an aura of stress and anxiety. Now, you are a parent, you are a spouse, you're a business leader, you're a Rotary leader, and you're carrying a vibration of stress or anxiety, worry or anger. Everywhere you go, everyone you meet, everyone you communicate with, leadership quality is not just about what I say, it's not about what I do, it's not about how I behave, it's about the energy field that I radiate to each one. So if leader means just to motivate or inspire, but leader means now to be able to empower others, to be able to empower others, to be able to emotionally strengthen others simply by taking care of our energy field. It's very, very important. It's something that now we will not be able to say, I don't have time. It has to be our top priority, because if we take care of our emotional health, then whatever may be the situation, we will never go towards a mental health issue. And if we take care of our emotional health, we will become those agents of change who will be able to create emotional health in the country and in the world, in the youth and in the children of today, just by creating a high vibrational energy field. And that only means taking care here. Here. One equation in life which we need to check. Am I emotionally dependent or am I emotionally independent? Atmanirbhar Bharat. Want to create a country which is self-reliant. To do that, we need to be self-reliant here. Atmanirbhar. Atma means Atma, I. Nirbhar, reliant. I am dependent on. Who am I dependent for my emotional health? So just check your Sunday morning or just check the last week. Each time, you created an emotion which was uncomfortable, which means a little irritation or a little anger or a little hurt. Whom did we put the finger on? I'm angry because of, I'm hurt because of, I'm worried because of, I'm upset because of, I'm happy because of. This vocabulary is what needs introspection right now, which means I'm angry, hurt, happy, upset, whatever I am here. Is it because of something outside? If it is something outside, then I'm emotionally dependent, which means whatever emotion I'm creating here is dependent on people and situations. So I need the world to be perfect, my world to be perfect, for me to be perfect here. The outer world, the world of situations and people's behaviors. The inner world, the world of thoughts, feelings, intentions. Outer world, inner world. Is my inner world dependent on my outer world? Or is it that my outer world is created from my inner world? The equation of life needs to be correct. संकल्प से सृष्टि संकल्प से सृष्टि बनती है संकल्प से सृष्टि means my thoughts create my world. So it's the inner world which creates the outer world. We took it the other way around and we said, as is the outer world, so is the inner world. So if there is a pandemic, obviously we will be stressed and worried and anxiety. That means my inner world is dependent on the outer world. We don't know what 2020 has in store for us. We don't know what the future has in store for us outside. But we are leaders. Leaders. Even a parent is a leader. So leader means who cannot get affected by the outer world, but who influence the outer world by who we are. So let's just experiment with this equation. Just experiment with this equation. I am emotionally independent. Situation is here. There's no doubt there is a situation. Someone's not behaved right today is a situation. Business has ups and downs is a situation. But who is the creator of my thought? I am the creator of my thought. And I am a server. I am a giver. I am the creator of my thought. What thought can I create in this situation? So every morning, it's very important to create one affirmation which says, I am the creator of my every thought, feeling, word, and behavior. I am the creator of my every thought, feeling, word, and behavior. I am emotionally independent. Physical independence, financial independence, social independence, but most important, emotional independence. I am emotionally independent. Why? Because you're a giver. A giver will have to be at a higher vibration. If my vibration gets affected by what's going on around me, I will get lower in my vibration and then I will radiate that to the world. So I am emotionally independent, untouched by situations and people. I influence situations and people. Then you will never want anything. You will always give because you will not want happiness, you will not want respect, not want peace, not want compassion, not want appreciation. You're only giving and giving and giving. Why? Because you are creating here. Someone may not behave right, someone may not speak right. They cannot upset my mind. I will choose. I need to remind myself, I choose how to think about them. Today is the time when we've learned how to protect ourselves physically. We know there's physical infection around us. And so we know we have to wear a mask and we have to keep our distance. We've learned to protect ourselves physically. Second step, let's learn to protect ourselves emotionally. There can be an emotional infection around me. Somebody could be carrying an infection of ego, somebody could be carrying an infection of jealousy, somebody could be carrying an infection of hatred, somebody could be carrying an infection of resentment. There is a lot of emotional infection around me. If I do not take care of myself, I would be consuming these vibrations and then they will become a part of my energy field. My aura, my energy field is a leader energy, is a server energy, is a giver energy. When we look at the pictures of the deities and the prophets, they have a white energy field, a white aura. So the higher we are in our energy field, we are a giver in life. And that giver in life will always be happy, peaceful, and calm. So now, how do I make myself emotionally independent? Independent. Crisis outside, calm inside. Mistake outside, compassion inside. Wrong behavior outside, forgiveness inside. I am the creator of my inner world and I radiate peace. Why should I radiate peace and calm? Because that's what the world needs. Rotary means wherever there's a need, Rotary takes it up as a project. So, what's the need today in the world? People are restless. People are upset. I need to radiate happiness and peace. But if I create it myself, then I would be adding to the worry and anxiety in the world. So I have two choices. Either I'm adding to the existing pain in the world, or I'm healing the existing pain in the world. But I am going to be the healer just by taking care of myself. So the first step to taking care of myself, practice emotional independence. Never live a life of blame saying, I'm feeling like this because of. Never, never. A higher vibrational individual will never blame someone for how they are feeling. It's like, I caught this illness because they had it. They had it is fine. I had to know how to protect myself. So I cannot say it's because of them. So I am emotionally independent. Second, we need to be very clear what is emotional health and what is emotional illness. A lot of disturbing emotions society has labeled as normal. So stress normal, worry normal, jealousy normal, comparison normal, competition normal, uncomfortable emotions labeled as normal. I need to change my definition of normal, because if I change my definition of normal and I come back to the actual normal, I will be able to radiate that normal definition to so many people around me. So, stress is an emotional illness, peace is normal. Anger is an illness. Patience is normal. Competition is not healthy. It is cooperation which is healthy, not comparison, self respect, not complaining, gratitude, not criticism, acceptance, definition of normal. Because when my mind knows what is normal, only then I will create that feeling in every situation. But if I have labeled the uncomfortable emotions as normal, then whatever happens and I create that emotion, I said it's normal to feel like that. And there are so many people around me who will say it's normal to feel upset. It's not normal, it's a choice. This soul here is like a battery. We have to energize it daily. If we don't, and we keep creating these uncomfortable emotions, we are depleting inner power. And if I keep depleting inner power, I never know when I am at that tipping point where it will not remain as an emotional health issue. It will not. It can just tip off to something more than an emotional health issue. So, along with your morning walk, the yoga, the exercise, good diet, everything is for the body. But the body also will be healthy only when the mind is strong. Physical immunity will be strong only when emotional immunity is also very strong. So let's start taking our time to build our emotional immunity system also. Let's take little time in the morning. This is time which every leader, every server needs to take out every morning. One simple habit in this new year, a habit which can change the way we live, or a habit which is actually becoming a depleter and we do not know about it. What is the first thing that I do when I wake up? And what is the first thought I create when I wake up? The first thought is very important because it's the seed for the day. The first thought when I wake up. Because when we wake up, the conscious layer of the mind is silent. The subconscious is activated because we just had deep sleep. And so my first thought will go deep inside. So, what's the first thought I create? Let's write some few thoughts which can be our morning affirmations, our morning powerful, positive thoughts of who we want to be during the day and in our life, my first thought in the morning can be of gratitude. A gratitude is a higher vibrational thought, and I'm going to be a higher vibrational soul. So the first thought, gratitude. Gratitude to the supreme power. Gratitude to my mind and body for being healthy. Gratitude for all the people around me. And gratitude to nature. And gratitude to my work. And gratitude to Rotary. It's given me the opportunity to be a server in life, but I need to create gratitude. And when I create gratitude as my first energy, first thing in the morning, during the day, it becomes very easy for me to accept situations and people and not complain about them because I've tuned my mind to gratitude. Second, let's spend at least 5 to 10 minutes, just 5 to 10 minutes, doesn't take more than that, just 5 to 10 minutes using the power of affirmation and visualization to be who we want to be. We all know sankalp se siddhi hoti hai. Thoughts manifest. It's very important to think right. And so let's consciously create a few affirmations which we will use first thing in the morning. Simple affirmation. I am a powerful being. Powerful means untouched by the vibrations of what's happening around me. I'm powerful. I am a powerful being. I'm always happy. I'm always happy. Not I want happiness. I'm always happy. I am fearless because there's a lot of energy of fear around us. I am fearless. Fourth, I am a giver. I need nothing from anyone. I need nothing. I only give and give and give. चाहिए कुछ नहीं, सिर्फ देने वाले हैं. The more I shift from want to give, the higher my vibrations go. So I need nothing from people. I give, and give. I am an angel of the divine power. You know, God is using you as an instrument for touching so many lives because those whose lives you are touching had actually connected to the higher power and asked for help. And when someone connects to God for help, God uses his instruments to get the work done. So I am an angel of the divine power. Surrender and say, use me to get done whatever you want during the day today. 5 affirmations. Sixth, my body is perfect and healthy and will always be. Very important to create an affirmation for perfect health because otherwise I catch the vibrations around me and I say, what if this happens to me? In case you have any ailment, any small, simple ailment like sugar or hypertension, create an affirmation for that. My blood pressure is normal. My sugar levels are normal. This is science. This is science of the power of the mind to create who we want to be in life, to create what we want to do in life. So my body is perfect and healthy and will always be. God's power and blessings is a circle of protection around me. I'm protected by the highest vibration. Nothing can enter into this circle. Now, same circle of protection for your family, for your business. You know, business. Sometimes we think Rotary is where I give and business is where I get. Actually, no. Wherever you are a giver. Whether it's Rotary, also you're giving. But whether it's business, there also you are giving. The intention has to be giving. The getting will automatically happen. But the intention has to be through my business, through my work. What am I giving to the world? What am I giving to everyone around me? Not what I'm getting. The focus has to be on the giving. The getting will automatically happen. So Rotary and business is not different. Yes, this is a different project. That is a different project. The project is different. The vibration remains the same. Vibration remains the same. I am giving to the world. I'm giving to the world by what I create, by who I am, by the way I create it, and by the way I offer it to the world. I am a giver. Why business is very important? Because that's where the first energy comes in our life, and that's money. This is the money that you are going to use to nourish your family. This is the money that you're going to use for your Rotary projects. This is the money. And therefore, that money has to come with the highest vibrational energy. Money is not just currency, money is vibrations. Vibrations of how I earned, vibrations of how I worked, vibrations for how I worked with people around me, people for me, vibrations of how I work is very, very important. How much I earn is important, but more important than that is how I earn. How I earn is more important than how much I earn. So I am a giver even in the work and in the business that I do. Now let's take few of these affirmations in the morning and just visualize. You're going to visualize this. Sankalp se siddhi. What I think manifests. If I create a thought, I am stressed, so it will be. If I create a thought, I am busy, so it will be, because those are my affirmations. But if I create a thought, I'm a powerful, peaceful being. And then I create that thought daily and I visualize myself like that. So I will be. I will be. I cannot create peace by wanting peace. I will have to create it here. So just visualize 5-10 minutes in the morning, repeat these affirmations and visualize them. I'm a powerful being throughout the day, work, family, seva, everything, untouched, calm, stable, giving. Visualize who I want to be. Happy always. Happy not when I achieve, happy always. Happy only even if I lose, because what I lose is outside, but I'm not going to lose anything here. So I'm happy always. That's my vibrational frequency, protected by the divine power, and perfect and healthy always. Angel, instrument of God, giving to the world. Visualize as you say these things. Then, this is 2 minutes of gratitude, 5 to 10 minutes of affirmation with visualization, 10-15 minutes there, then at least another 20 minutes, ideally at least 30 minutes, but at least another 20 minutes to consume a healthy emotional diet, a healthy emotional diet. I cannot be physically healthy by only consuming a physical healthy diet. It will also have to be an emotionally healthy diet. What is an emotional diet? What we watch, what we read, what we listen. What we watch, what we read, what we listen is who we become. This has to be a very, very important equation which I need to remember always. Okay, what I watch, what I read, what I listen is who I become. So whether it is what I'm watching, reading, listening from the world, from media, from social media, from people around me, what I watch, what I read, what I listen is who I become. And therefore, the first hour of the morning, we do not connect with the world, which means we do not use our phones, our iPads, our laptops, and consume content from the world first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, layer of the mind absolutely calm, absorption power highest. I need to energize myself to face the world, to change the world, not consume the world and then just become what the world is and keep reacting to the world. So the first hour, assume that you slept 1 hour more and check your phone after an hour. For a few days, it might sound a little difficult. You might want to check it, but this is just a detox. It's a de addiction. It will take just 8-10 days. Habit will be changed forever. Forever. Phones, technology has made our life extremely comfortable. But if not used the right way, then our habit of not using it the right way can make our life quite complicated. Quite complicated. So, first hour of the morning and the last hour before we go to sleep is very, very, very crucial for our emotional diet. We should not even connect to our work in the first hour and the last hour, not even to our work. Work emails, work messages, 1 hour after we wake up, not the first hour. Work is a part of life, a very, very important part of life. But for me to be the best version of myself at work, I need to energize myself in the morning. I think I'm achieving more by looking at my phone and addressing all my work issues first thing in the morning. But then I lose out on the time to energize myself to then be able to be my best at my work, my family, my seva, everywhere. That first hour, we charge our phones, we charge our laptops, we need to charge ourselves. We need to charge ourselves daily. So, first hour, do not connect to the world. Last hour before you go to sleep, it's important to disconnect from work. It's important to disconnect from work. Ideally, at least 2 hours before we sleep, we should disconnect from work because only then the mind can start slowing down. The mind needs to slow down to sleep well, not just sleep long, sleep well. Many of us are sleep deprived. How would I know that I'm sleep deprived if I can fall off to sleep at any time of the day? If I'm on a flight and I don't switch on my phone and I fall off to sleep at any time of the day, I'm short of sleep. I'm short of sleep. If I feel like sleeping a little more when I wake up in the morning, I'm short of sleep. And it's not because I'm not sleeping enough, because I'm sleeping enough, but I'm not sleeping right. What's the little mistake I'm making? I'm connected to the world till the last minute that I'm sleeping. Last minute I'm checking any more email, any more message, what is the world news saying? I'm filling my mind with stimulating content just before going to sleep. After that, only the body sleeps. The mind has a lot to think about. And that's why when I wake up in the morning, body is fine, mind is still a little tired. So at least 2 hours before I go to sleep, I need to disconnect from work. I'm not expected to be at work at 9 o'clock in the night, 10 o'clock in the night. Disconnect from work. At least an hour before you sleep, disconnect from content, media and social media. Just disconnect. That last hour should be for yourself. Listen to music, listen to some positive songs, be with family, any hobby, write a diary, do nothing. It's very good to do nothing sometimes. Ask yourself, when was the last time I was doing nothing? Absolutely doing nothing. Giving my mind the space to just do nothing. Let's not tire our mind by engaging it in something or the other all the time. A tired mind is what is creating emotional health issues. A fatigued mind is then what is creating mental health issues. So just do nothing. Last hour. Then just 15 minutes before you sleep, again consume something very positive. Healthy emotional diet. 20 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the night. Healthy emotional diet means a diet which has compassion, empathy, forgiveness, acceptance, love, faith, power, content. That's where spiritual study and meditation comes in because it gives us that right content to create a healthy mind. At least 20 minutes in the morning and at least 10 minutes before going to sleep. Because first content of the morning decides my day, last content before I go to sleep decides the quality of my sleep. So, very important. And just before you go to sleep, revise your affirmations with visualization. Let your affirmation be your last thought before you go to sleep. Close your eyes also and say your affirmations. In case you wake up in the middle of the night, don't need to check the phone. Nothing has happened in the world. Don't worry. And whatever it is, it can wait for the morning. In case there is a crisis, someone will inform you. Crisis happens very rarely, but we check our phones daily. See what's happening. We're doing it daily as if there is a crisis every day in our life. There's no crisis. So, simple habits, very simple. Visualization in the morning, visualization just before I go to sleep, healthy emotional diet in the morning, healthy emotional diet just before I go to sleep. During the day, emotional independence. No blaming the world for how I'm feeling, creating the healthy thought every time, irrespective of what the situation. But that happens when I nourish myself on a daily basis. Every hour or 2 hours, take a pause of 10 seconds, repeat your affirmation. Repeat your affirmation. You're teaching your mind a new way of thinking. I'm sure because you are all healers, I'm sure you're practicing a vegetarian diet. If not, experiment with the vegetarian diet because the food we eat is not just nutrition for the body, it's vibration for the mind. The line is you are what you eat. It's not your body is what you eat. It is jaisa anna vaisa man. It is not jaisa anna vaisa tan. So it's the mind. So as a Rotarian whose vibration carries compassion for the world, empathy for the world, how can I be having a diet which has vibrations of pain, vibrations of violence? In fact, I've been saying this at every Rotary platforms, that every Rotary meeting should actually have only vegetarian meals. Otherwise, it doesn't match with your purpose. It doesn't match. This is not who you can be because you are here to serve the world. To serve the world. So experiment with a vegetarian diet. Simple habit. No phone, no TV while eating. No phone, no TV while it's a very small, these are very small things. No, they sound so small, but they are very small and very simple. But it's only these simple things which made a beautiful life complicated. And it's only these simple things which will make even a difficult situation very easy to cross. Simple things. No phone, no TV while eating. And make it a culture in the house so that even the children practice mindful eating, and begin your meal with a 5-second pause. Like we would never eat without washing our hands. Don't eat without energizing your food and water. The water of the city is carrying worry and anxiety right now. If you drink a glass of water like this without changing the energy of it, you are consuming the worry and the anxiety of the city. इसीलिए कहते कौन से शहर का पानी पीते हो शहर के पानी में शहर की वाइब्रेशन होती है so just 5 seconds pause before your every meal every glass of water and just gratitude there and then say your affirmation. I'm a powerful being, I'm a happy being, I'm fearless, I'm a giver, I'm perfectly healthy. Less than 5 seconds. This is less than 5 seconds. I would do it every meal, every glass of water. And I'll never forget now. It's such a deep habit now. I'll never forget it. Never. Never ever. And it takes only 1 week to create this habit. Even if you start eating, stop and say it. Even if you start drinking, stop and say it. Because you have to change the energy. We take care of physical infection. We have to protect ourselves from emotional infection. Who cooked for you? What was the frame of mind in which they were cooking? If they were stressed or upset, that's the vibration of your food. So you need to take that pause. That's why we were taught pause, say thank you to God, then eat. God doesn't need thank you every time, but I was using the energy of God to change the energy of the food. So let's go back to all that we already know. Nothing new. We know it all. We're just going to use what we know so that we are that generation who will be able to hand over all these things to the next generation. Otherwise, we would have not given them what we know. What we know. I meet a lot of parents who say, हमें अपने बच्चों को वो सब कुछ देना है जो हमें नहीं मिला, which is a very beautiful thought. लेकिन साथ साथ हमें वो देना है जो हमें मिला, जो हमें मिला, क्योंकि अगर हमने वो नहीं दिया, तो फिर उनको वो कौन देगा? And then that rich culture that we have, we need to hand it over to them. So it's very easy to balance business, family, Rotary. It's very easy to balance it all if you start taking care of yourself. That's all. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.